Welcome to a soccer special, when the season is coming to the boil. Promotion and relegation issues are about to be settled. We're at a rain-soaked Dean Court where Bournemouth take on Leicester. A crucial match for Harry Redknapp's Cherries, who are battling against relegation. Also tonight, there's action from the South Coast derby match between Portsmouth and Brighton. Plus the big game in the southeast, Maidstone against Gillingham. First, though, the action from Dean Court. Let's now join our commentator, Alan Parry.
Bournemouth take the field for this vital night, and the British weather is up to its usual standard. Who said that this was the beginning of summer? Torrential rain has fallen here at Dean Court for an hour before the kick-off, and there was one stage when the referee had a long look at the pitch before deciding that the match could go ahead at the scheduled time. A really vital night, of course, for Bournemouth, and manager Harry Redknapp has shuffled the pack again, leaving out on loan defender Neil Slatter and striker Trevor Aylott. Their places are taken by Denny Mundy at right back, and Richard Cadet gets the vote in attack. Well, Leicester have suffered almost as many injuries this season as have Bournemouth. They've been forced into many changes. David Oldfield is back in attack for their new striker David Kelly, who was injured on Saturday. Alan Paris replaces Tony Spearing at left back. But there is some good news for Leicester. Gary McAllister, their talented Scottish midfield player, the man who turned down a move to Nottingham Forest earlier this season, does return following injury. So it's Bournemouth, all in red, who get the match underway, attacking from left to right. Bournemouth having gone 12 matches without a win and really desperately in need of maximum points tonight. Only 3 matches left after this game, and they could hardly be more difficult. Sheffield United and Barnsley away, Leeds at home on the final Saturday of the season. And Bournemouth now in the bottom 3 in the table. So a throw in on the far side to Leicester City. Moughlan with the throw, looking for McAllister forward. The referee has spotted an infringement, in fact, and the free kick goes Bournemouth's way. Will be taken by Coleman on that far side. Coleman taking his time before finally driving it in, and not a very good one. And suddenly Leicester break dangerously with Oldfield. An appeal for offside. The linesman, in fact, has given it as Mark North came away with the ball. Bournemouth a little bit lucky. Mundy. Forward again for Brooks. He finds Cadet. Turned on towards Luther Blissett. Peacock couldn't keep it in play. It's a Leicester City throw. Won back well by Brooks for Bournemouth. That's a good ball for Cadet. Peacock brought down surely. Did well then, Gavin Peacock. A good positive run on goal. Free kick taken quickly. Mundy! That was a fine effort by Denny Mundy. Leicester were caught out by the speed with which Bournemouth took the free kick, and Mundy had got himself into a good shooting position. Tapped to him very quickly, and Leicester just weren't concentrating. And Mundy's shot wasn't far off target. North. Challenged by Brooks. And given away. Brooks again. And he in turn gives it away to McAllister. And suddenly an opportunity opens up for McAllister, and he feeds right on the left. And that's a dangerous looking ball in, and a lovely goal by Mark North. A lovely build-up by Leicester City. And at the heart of it, Gary McAllister, the man who hopes to figure in Scotland's World Cup squad this summer. An elegant player, McAllister, and he really probed for the opening then. And just watch as this ball is delivered in from the left here by right, how quickly Mark North reacted. Brooks. Peacock. And it makes it all the way out to the far side to Holmes. That was unlucky. Brooks feeding the ball through. Peacock helped it on, and it was Holmes coming in from the left who drove the ball across the face of goal. But sadly for Bournemouth, no one there to apply the finish. Reed on the right. Made room for himself cleverly, and then gave it away. Oh, but it breaks for McAllister. And into the middle to North, he's there again. And Oldfield. Oh, it's turning into a disaster night for Bournemouth. But the Leicester fans are enjoying themselves. Leicester get their second goal in the space of 5 minutes. Terrible confusion here, but led to McAllister receiving a ball he couldn't have expected. He delivered it in first time. Mark North, who got the first goal, hit the shot. Kite did well to keep that out, but it was so easy for Oldfield to score from the rebound. Bournemouth 0, Leicester City 2, and really this Mundy's header. Holmes. Brooks. Cadet. Peacock. That's a good goal, and that will give Bournemouth some hope. Gavin Peacock rounding off a superb four-man movement that just goes to show that Bournemouth can play some very attractive football. Brooks, Cadet, and then the finish by Peacock right into the corner. A very good goal indeed. Well, that was just what Bournemouth needed, really, coming before half-time. It gives them a little bit of hope that they can get back into this game after being rocked by 2 Leicester goals in the space of 5 minutes. But here's Oldfield. Oh, and it's turned back, and White nearly profited from another bad ball, but they are really committing suicide at times at the back, Bournemouth. Good header by Ramsey. Oldfield helps it on to Wright. He's got North in the middle as well. Oh, Shearer got there athletically. Blissett. Peacock. Good little ball as well. And that was a fine challenge by Walsh for Leicester. Matthew Holmes still feeling the effects of that jarring tackle, and it looks as though he's going to have to go off, and that's a real blow for Bournemouth. Heaven knows they've had enough injury problems. No fewer than 11 players have had to have surgery on injuries this season. Sadly, Matthew Holmes having to come off, and not surprisingly, they've sent on a forward, Trevor Aylott, to take his place. And Aylott nearly got a header in straight away. This is Wright. Kite having to come out of his goal to collect that one safely. So it's a bold move by Redknapp. Trevor Aylott will join Blissett and Cadet up front. So they've sacrificed one midfield player, but this, of course, again, they're now chasing, still 2-1 down. McAllister leaves it to Reed. That's a lovely little through ball as well, and Reed hits it beautifully, and they're now 3-1 down. And when it looked so promising, it's all suddenly collapsed around Bournemouth's ears again in the final few minutes of the half. Lovely build-up. And it was Reed who reacted quickest into the space between the defenders. And what a good finish that was. Peacock turned in towards Aylott in the middle. But again, Leicester get it away. And that, in fact, is the end of a very, very disappointing first half for Bournemouth. Goals by Mark North, David Oldfield and Paul Reed, building a commanding lead for Leicester City, even though a very good goal by Gavin Peacock, 4-1 back for Bournemouth. who have also lost yet another player through injury and really have got an awful lot to do to get back into this game. Half-time score, Bournemouth 1, Leicester City 3. Welcome back to Dean Court as Leicester City start the second half, leading by 3 goals to 1. And vital here that Bournemouth get something early on to encourage them to keep coming forward in this second half. Certainly Leicester really punished them on the break in the first half. Oldfield, one of the men to score. And there, in fact, was the other goal scorer, Mark North, but given away. Brooks playing it forward to Aylott. That's a good layoff. Brooks again on the right. Paris, the defender, facing him. And support arriving from Mundy. It's a useful little ball for O'Driscoll. And swung in high, and that's dangerous. And Aylott's on the end of it. And Bournemouth have got just the start they wanted. Trevor Aylott burying the header into the Leicester net. And suddenly the position looks a lot more hopeful for Bournemouth now. Bournemouth 2, Leicester 3, and the start of the second half could not have been any better. O'Driscoll with a little layoff here. And watch as the cross came in, how Aylott stole in and really lost his marker completely. A good header. Warning Paris about time wasting here. In fact, he might do a little bit more than warn him. It looks as though he's going to caution him. And indeed that is the case. And the name of the Leicester fullback goes into Mr. Axel's book. And he was certainly given plenty of warning. Well, Harry Redknapp has really fired up Bournemouth during the half-time interval. They've come out with a positive attitude in this second half. Got the perfect start with that Aylott goal. Now looking for another equaliser. Headed on towards Shearer. And he went in strongly on the goalkeeper. And I think the referee's given the free kick against Shearer. The ball clipped in. And Shearer was so determined to win it as it came off Aylott's head that he fouled the goalkeeper. Brooks. Aylott. Interference. Like it. Aylott. That's a lovely little ball. Blissett. Can he equalise? Oh, Cadet can surely. No, it's a penalty though. Harris had no option. The goalkeeper was out of position, and as Cadet fired it forward, Harris produced probably the save of the match as it happened. First of all, Hodge had denied Luther Blissett, and Cadet's shot beaten away by Paris. Obvious penalty. What an important moment it is as well for Bournemouth's second division survival. Luther Blissett knows that he's probably never taken a more important spot kick than this. The referee can't even find the penalty spot. It's so covered by mud. Luther Blissett, Bournemouth's leading goal scorer with 18 to his name so far, could bring Bournemouth dramatically back into a game that had seemed virtually lost. He's missed it against Hodge's legs, and Leicester have survived, and Luther Blissett a distraught figure. And what a great opportunity that was for Bournemouth to equalise. Aylott beaten by Walsh. Good play by Wright. North on the left. And 4 players in the box for him. One of them is Reed, and it came to Oldfield in the end. And he has missed another golden opportunity. Well, this game could get into double figures. There have been so many near misses and so many bad misses. And that was another one of them, certainly. Oldfield really should have done better. Oh, it comes towards Blissett again. He was very unlucky, but Cadet is in there. Oh, dear. The mistakes caused by the pitch and one or two defenders' misjudgments, almost forging another opening for Bournemouth. Real catalogue of errors here, all stemming from that enormous goal kick launched downfield by Phil Kite. And it could have broken a couple of times in Bournemouth's favour here, but in the end, it's a goal kick. Oldfield. Driscoll across to cover, Shearer's in there as well. And Bournemouth's attitude in this second half has been really exemplary, and they certainly deserve an equalising goal. But whether a point out of this game is enough is open to debate. Onside here, Cadet. Brooks on the right. In towards Aylott. And he headed it back into the danger area. Moughlan gets it clear. O'Driscoll. Oh, inside beautifully to Coleman. Good goalkeeping. And Bournemouth are pressed and pressed from the first whistle of this second half. But still is here. North. The little ball out to right. And Wright's done well here, Oldfield. Turn back to McAllister. Oldfield and North combining, but Shearer gets in the way. And Brooks finding Aylott. And that's a good ball for Blissett on the right. He's got Cadet in the middle. That's a foul by Paris, who's already been booked, incidentally. And the referee is reaching into his pocket. And Alan Parrish may find himself sent off in injury time here. He was cautioned earlier for wasting time deliberately at a throw-in. And the referee might have to produce the red card here if he decides that that offence was bad enough. And he's gone. Paris is sent off as the game moves into injury time. Well, there would be some kind of justice for Bournemouth if this could lead to an equalising goal now. Shearer. Oh, it was unlucky. He looked for Miller on the far post. But I'm afraid that could be Bournemouth's last opportunity to get an equalising goal. And indeed, it is. It's all over. And Bournemouth have lost a match that they couldn't afford to lose. For all their efforts in the second half, sadly Luther Blissett will look back on his missed penalty as a critical moment. And Bournemouth now have got a long and anxious wait to the end of the season to wonder if they can hold on to their second division status. This defeat tonight could be a real nail in their coffin, but they deserved at least a point for that marvellous second half performance. Harry Redknapp consoles his players. The final score, Bournemouth 2, Leicester City 3.
Welcome back to Dean Court. Well, despite that unhappy scoreline for Bournemouth, I've been joined now by the Bournemouth manager, Harry Redknapp. Obviously, the hope was before Easter that you get some points out of the holiday games, but the way things have gone on, it's got tougher all the while.
Dave, it's going to be tough. You know, I've got 11 pros to choose from. 11 players on the staff, you know, and two loan players. And they don't fit into the positions. I haven't got any back four players. Matty's gone now for the season. He's going to have his ligaments repaired tonight. You know, I'm back to YTS kids again. I mean, it's a difficult situation for a second division club to be in, obviously. I mean, you know, we're playing Leicester tonight, who have spent, you know, a couple of £1 million probably in the transfer market, and we're supposed to play against them with a team of patched up, non-league, you know, reserve team type players. But we matched them, and I felt we were the better side, and we just didn't get the breaks. But I was delighted with the effort. delighted with the enthusiasm.
I saw you up off the bench at the end, and despite the defeat, going around congratulating everybody and saying well done.
Dave, no one feels sicker than I do at this time, and no one could feel worse than I do about the way things have gone at this football club. It's 7 years hard work gone in for me at this football club, and when things go like that at the moment, obviously I get very despondent, but when players continue to give effort like that, I can't ask for more. If we don't get the breaks and it don't go our way, just got to keep battling on, and you know, I'm still positive, and if we can get a result at Barnsley, who knows? I mean, I've just got to keep believing.
So it's been an unhappy night for Bournemouth, but now let's